おはようございます。こんにちは、こんばんは、村さんです。今回もヘルレットルーズベトナム続きをやっていきたいと思います。まだチュートリアルですね。次。はい、いきます。
Welcome to Grenadier and Machine Gunner training. There are a myriad of vehicles you'll come across on the battlefield, and some roles are designed to help take them out. We're starting with the Grenadier, a role that has access to explosive weaponry that can disrupt and destroy enemy armor and light vehicles.
あ、ランチャー、ランチャース。おー、そういうことか。そういうことね。おー、
Equip the RPG to take down the tank ahead. It's important to consider armor thickness when aiming your attacks. The engine compartment at the rear of the tank has the least protection.
あ、
Disabling the tracks will bring the tank to a crawl. Disabling its turret will weaken its offensive capabilities. Destroying its hull
あ
will
る。
wipe the tank out completely.
長寿移動と気圧までない。なかなかですよ。まだ、まだ、まだ行きますか。まだまだ。こんなでもいける。壊せるのか、ナンバー2では壊れるのか。やつも、同じとこに当てるって。あ、やっと壊れた。
Great work! The Grenadier can also place mines that cause massive damage to enemies that trigger them. Let's place an AP mine in the road up
意外。
ahead.
ダガン配置できない。対人、前方に反射して敵を10台、強力な。
Now it's time to learn a new role. Please redeploy and select the machine gunner role.
返す。撃。特定。
You are now playing as the machine gunner. With access to a deployable MG with a
Machine
large
gunner.
magazine, the machine gunner is excellent at suppressing the enemy and halting waves of attacks. First things first. An enemy boat is nearby and we need to deal with its driver and passengers. Mount your MG for improved accuracy and take them out.
なんか重い気がする。そこで。
MGs are excellent at suppressing and killing the operators and passengers of lightly armored vehicles like the boat. Suppression blurs enemy vision and improves your chances at taking them out.
ああ、固定するやつ。
As an MVA machine gunner, you have access to an AA gun
対
capable
空
of
砲配
suppressing and
置。
destroying enemy helicopters. Use the wrench to place it and the hammer to build it in the highlighted area.
対空兵器。対空砲。対空。おー、いいね。これじゃない。これか、対空砲。対空砲台。これか。ハンマーで完成させる。25式を一人で操作できる。
Now, enter the AA gun and shoot down the enemy chopper.
はい。
The AA gun is the most effective at disrupting the helicopter's aerial dominance. Enough concentrated fire will bring one crashing down.
ちっちゃい。ちっちゃい。どっから来るの？これか。これか。当たってんのかな？当たった。
Well done. You have successfully completed your training.
また上がった。次のチュートリアルに行きましょう。
Welcome to Recon Training. The Recon Squad comprises of two roles, Spotter and Sniper. It's Recon's job to relay enemy sightings, neutralize threats, and disrupt enemy movements and resources behind enemy lines. Let's get started. Move to the marked location. You're playing the Spotter, the acting leader of the Recon Squad. Let's start by placing an outpost. To do this, equip the field pad and place the outpost inside the designated area. This outpost can only be used by your squad when redeploying. Outposts placed by recon squads are the only type of outpost that can be placed in locked enemy territory. Enemy forces have been spotted across the river. Move to the next marked location overlooking the bridge. Let's pinpoint where the enemy forces are located. Equip your flare gun. Aim and fire above the marked location.
Good
shot. Now open your tactical map and observe the flare's circular radius and the enemy positions that have been detected. Equip your binoculars and mark enemies with the correct non-verbal markers. Keep a lookout for enemy infantry, tank, and garrison targets.
戦士。あ、この。じゃあ、ベクター。これか。違う違う。じゃあ。ヤジソンマーク。そう。お、かかしマーク。これか。
Well done. Now it's time to learn how to play as the sniper. In a battle scenario, you would be joined by another team member playing as the sniper. But this is training, so let's teach you the basics of playing sniper as well.
警察兵は、こ
First, we need to redeploy. Select the sniper role and then deploy on the outpost we placed down earlier.
スナイパー。スナイパー。で、あ、そういうことか。って言って。
You're now in the sniper role. Follow orders from the spotter and use your sniper rifle to spot and eliminate enemy threats. Move back to the vantage point.
ポイント。
Now, neutralize all the enemy targets we spotted earlier. Aim down the sight and steady your aim before taking a shot. You must stop aiming down the sight to cycle the bolt between shots. So, take your time and be
ないじ
precise.
ゃん。どこにあ、かかし。どこにある？あれ？さっき言ったような気がする。だよな。どこに？1、3、4、1、3、これか。
Well done. You have successfully completed recon training.
おー、むずいじゃん。レベル7。次。次は何だろ
Welcome to mortar training. The mortar squad is made up of the observer, the support, and the gunner
う？砲
roles.
撃。
You are the gunner, a key role of your squad. You have access to a wrench and hammer you can use to build the mortar and defend it. Let's start by building the mortar. The mortar is a powerful offensive weapon with a lot of range, but it's important you set it up in a good
Range.
location where you're out of enemy sights and able to reach your targets.
あ、これか。そっち向きだろう。こっちか。 地位も支援する。100くらい450。
Now, let's redeploy as the observer where we can use the flare to scout for enemies for the squad.
あ、これはこれ、あれなの。最終撃しなあかんの。こういうことか。ああ、そういうこと観測じゃなくてってこと。こっちか。観測員にならないかんの。
You are now the observer,
そういうことか。
leader of your squad. It's your job to locate enemies and provide effective communication and targets to your team. Let's locate some enemies. Equip your flare gun and aim towards the marker.
いや、ここに。ふう。
Good job. Using your tactical map, you can see where the enemies are located.
ああ、いっぱい出たね。
Now, let's enter the aimer seat.
次に名
Here,
越
you
し
can
ホ
line
ル
up the
から
scope with the target and use the
敵を
metric conversion chart to find the correct elevation.
そういう敵。なあ、英語でわからんな。あ、これでいいか。あ、これでいけるんだ。これ。これからいけるの？攻撃はどれの？あ、で変わって、ほう。無調。ほう。無調。ほう。そう。どうだろう。ー、定場所攻撃。あ、ここかよ。ここね。じゃあ動かさないか。そう。敵の歩兵。あれ滝の位置どこ行ったじゃないの？ 撃用着弾。全然違うんだけど。175メートル。170、60、60。これでいいんじゃないか。はい。OK。
Another marker has come in for us to target. Let's readjust and keep going.
$225。2255。55。でから、シュート。
Well done. You have successfully completed mortar training.
全然今最初がわからなかったな。次。司令官訓練。
It is your job to lead your team to victory by organizing squads, placing spawns, and using resources to control the battlefield. Let's start by learning about commander abilities. All of the commander abilities can be found within the tactical map. They will depend on cooldowns and the available resources on the map, which is why it's important to have your squads build resource nodes. Resource nodes are important tools that generate materials for the commander, which can then be used to support the wider team through commander abilities. There are 3 types of nodes: manpower, munitions, and fuel. Up to 3 sets of each can be built, and this can only be done by an engineer. Coordinating with your team is vital to get the necessary resources flowing across the battlefield.
資源ノードマーカー、ノードあなたが資源ノードマーカー。60。 資源濃度、あれこれ。これか。
The blue dots, or blueberries, are your friendly teammates. Besides them are the nodes and their respective icons. The circle around each node shows its area of effect. It is useful when placing them as a set of nodes, which provide more buffs when placed in proximity of one another. Once enough resources are generated, commander abilities can then be selected from the list and placed across the map. It helps to keep an eye on the territory ownership and the grid while placing them, as not all placements are valid. To start, let's call in a supply truck at the HQ for your team.
急トラックのよしよう。あれ
Good job. The supply truck can be used to carry a large quantity of supplies from headquarters to the front lines and can make multiple drops at a time. Returning it to a resupply station will restock it. Now, let's call in the supply drop.
これか。これをここに
Great job. The supply drop is a great way of getting supplies quickly across the battlefield and can be utilized by your team to get a wide network of spawns and structures set up. They can be used as many times as you need, respective of the cooldown between uses. Supplies are on the way. Let's place down a marker to let our team know and request they build a garrison there.
大事総合戦。
Now, let's focus on attacking the enemy point.
攻略ポイント
By
何
using
か
the
入ってい
recon
る。
ability, we can scout
司令
ahead
官
to the next
難しいな。
to see what enemies await us. The ability covers an entire strip of the battlefield, and within that, you will see a snapshot of both enemy infantry and vehicle locations. Now we can see enemies on the tactical map. Let's call in a napalm strike to clear out the point. The napalm strike does massive damage across a wide area, but will harm friendlies as well as enemies, so use it wisely.
始終 OK。
Our territory is under attack. Let's place a defend marker on the friendly point to let our team know.
防御マーク。どこ 方の位置が攻撃できている。防御しよう。動かないんですけど。これか。行動指示。
Use the reinforceability on the point to support our troops. This will bolster our team's presence on the ground and help us fight off the enemy.
動画日。
We are reclaiming our territory from the enemy. Let's return to capturing enemy territory. Place an attack marker over the enemy hard cap to let our team know where to go next.
なるほど。
Now let's use an artillery strike to blast the enemy point before our team advances. The artillery strike is another offensive ability that does a wide area of damage in multiple rounds. It costs less munitions to use than the napalm strike.
ここに。難しいな、司令官。でも面白いかも。司令官。おお。
Excellent. We're taking the point from the enemy.
おお。
Well done. You've successfully completed commander training.
どうした。難しい。長いな。結構やるね。
Welcome to armor training. Enter the tank and start the engine.
バルを押す。そして補充。操縦士。
The driver is responsible for getting the tank into the fight. Manually shift through the gears for precise control and speed over the vehicle. Maneuver your crew around the battlefield and get the better of the enemy. Start by getting familiar with the 4 forward gears and the single reverse gear. When you're ready, drive to the marked location. Stop here. Observe close to the road the resupply and repair stations. When within radius, any damage sustained to the tank will be repaired and replenished with ammo and supplies. Now, drive to the next marked location.
難しい。
You were approaching a shallow crossing. A shallow crossing is a safe section of river that's shallow enough for vehicles to cross. Keep an eye out for these when there are no bridges. Stop here. Now, switch to the commander seat to continue.
敵を移動
The periscope operator acts as the eyes of the squad, typically reserved for the tank commander. Use the periscope to help direct the tank's every move. Maximize your situational awareness using the periscope's 360-degree view. Watch your flanks, spot the enemy infantry and armor, and mark any nearby threats for your team. Try marking some nearby enemies.
かかしマーキングかかしぐるっとって
Watch out. We've just been hit by incoming fire. Enable the smoke screen to conceal our position from the enemy. Get the tank and equip your blowtorch to repair the damage.
降りる降りたい降りたい
Tank damage can occur in several ways, and the specific location of the damage can result in losing mobility and combat effectiveness. Damaged tracks will impact gear shifting, slowing it down. Engine damage will immobilize the tank from moving and turning. Turret damage will limit the rotational speed, and extensive damage to the hull will cause the tank to explode. Well done. The tank is repaired. Enter the tank and switch to the gunner's seat.
お題につく
The gunner's sole responsibility is taking out the opposition, making use of the various shells at your disposal to destroy the enemy armor and groups of infantry. Let's start by using the coaxial machine gun on nearby enemies. It's very effective at suppressing and neutralizing enemy soldiers.
いたおっさあ、サブ撃てる敵のかかしを撃つし
drive to the next marked location.
これか。運転席つく。
Always use lower gears when driving up steep terrain.
きつこれ。どの速度だね。
Stop here. Enemy vehicles spotted. Use armor piercing and high explosive rounds to take them out. Use armor piercing rounds on heavily armored vehicles, like this enemy tank. Aim for the hull beneath the turret, or the engine at the back to deal the most damage. High explosive rounds are ineffective against armored vehicles, but are lethal against light enemy vehicles.
鉄鋼。これ鉄鋼だ。おお。これ鉄鋼なの？普通の砲台。車両。
Well done. You have successfully completed armor training.
難しい。よし、今回はここまでにしたいと思います。ご視聴ありがとうございました。よかったらチャンネル登録お願いします。それではまた。バイバイ。